Life rarely tells us when we're about to meet someone who will change everything.
I would need a groom.
Sometimes they don't arrive with fireworks or perfect timing. Sometimes they simply move into the house next door. Welcome to StoryMun, where ordinary moments become unforgettable stories. And every ending leaves a little more hope than the beginning. If stories like these make you believe in kindness, love, and second chances, join our family by subscribing. And before we begin, tell us where you're watching from. We'd love to welcome you. Let's step into today's story. The first time I met Sophie Carter, she was standing on a ladder, trying to hang a wind chime on her front porch. It wasn't going well. The ladder wobbled. The wind chime slipped. And before I could think, I ran across my yard. Careful. I steadied the ladder just as she laughed. I guess my first impression wasn't very graceful. I'm Noah, I said. Sopie. Dat wasol. Just two neighbors meeting over a crooked wind chime. Over the next few months, we became the kind of neighbors everyone hopes for. If I mowed my lawn, I'd do hers too. If she baked cookies, a warm plate always found its way to my porch. Every Sunday evening, we'd sit on our front steps, watching children ride bicycles up and down the street. One afternoon, the neighborhood gathered to decorate the community hall for a charity dinner. Sophie volunteered to tie ribbons around dozens of flower baskets. 5 minutes later, every ribbon looked like it had lost a fight. I couldn't stop laughing. She crossed her arms. Go ahead. Make fun of me. I picked up one of the ribbons and tied it neatly. Didi. Sis mi live. You make that look easy. Primera shrug. My grandmother taught me. She looked at the perfect bow, then at me. I owe you. Primera grin. Then, without thinking, I joked. You'd make a wonderful bride. For a second, she froze. Then she smiled. Igual. She looked away for just a moment. I'd still need the right groom. We both laughed. But for some reason, neither of us forgot that conversation. A few weeks later, I noticed Sophie sitting alone on her porch long after sunset. She wasn't crying. She was just quiet. I walked over with 2 mugs of hot chocolate. No reason, I said. I just didn't want you sitting alone. She wrapped her hands around the warm mug. Juk no. Most people leave when life gets complicated. My fiancé did. The words came so softly I almost missed them. 3 months before the wedding. I never asked why. She smiled sadly. I was too afraid the answer would hurt more than the silence. I didn't try to fix her pain. Sometimes people don't need advice. They just need someone willing to stay. After that night, our friendship changed. We planted flowers together, walked rescue dogs at the local shelter, argued over which pizza place made the best crust. And somewhere between ordinary Tuesdays and quiet Sunday evenings, our hearts stopped feeling like strangers. One rainy afternoon, I found an envelope tucked beneath my front door. Inside was a handwritten note. It said, "Thank you for never trying to rescue me, for simply walking beside me until I remembered how to smile again." There wasn't a signature. There didn't need to be. A year later, the neighborhood gathered once again at the same community hall. This time, the ribbons were tied perfectly. Primera smile. You've been practicing. Se la give. I had a good teacher. I reached into my pocket. You remember what I joked the day we met? She nodded. You said I'd make a wonderful bride. I took her hand. I was right. She looked into my eyes. And I finally found the right groom. She said yes before I could even finish asking. The entire neighborhood erupted into applause. Even the children who had no idea what was happening started clapping. Funny, isn't it? We spend so much of life searching far away for happiness. only to discover it quietly living next door. Love doesn't always arrive like a storm. Sometimes it grows as slowly as flowers on a front porch. A shared cup of hot chocolate. 100 notte. A badly tied ribbon. And one simple joke that slowly became a promise. If today's story touched your heart, tell us in the comments. Do you believe the best relationships begin as friendships? Someone reading your answer may find the courage to give love one more chance. Thank you for spending these moments with StoryMun. Until our next story, take a moment to notice the people who quietly make your ordinary days brighter. Big cause sometimes. The love you've been searching for has been living right next door all along.